Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video that I never thought I would do, but I've been seeing a few people that I'm subscribed to talk about this, so I figured I might as well just jump into it because I was curious as to see how I did based off of a previous video that I posted at the beginning of the year. So if you haven't already figured out, which I'm sure because obviously the title of this video, for this video I will be doing a 2018 reading goals check-in. So I went back and I rewatched my reading goals for 2018 that I posted earlier this year. Rewatching that video, I had set myself 8 goals. I only actually completed one and I'm working on another, but all of the other books like I started, or all of my other goals I started some of them, but I did not complete the majority of them. So let's go through. I might talk a little bit about some of them, but mostly just to tell you if I completed it or if I did not. So my first goal was to read 100 books in the year. I decided to set it at 100 books this year because in 2017 that was the first time that I felt like I had so much extra free time, and because I had read a bunch of books in 2017, I think I had read like a little bit over 100 books. I was just like, you know, I'm gonna set this as my goal and we're gonna see where I get. I have already surpassed that goal. I am sitting at 122, I think. Let me go double check that. According to Goodreads, I have read 127 books this year. So Goodreads counts rereads, which is perfect because I count my rereads as if I read the book from beginning to end, I count that as another read for the year. So there were a few books that I have reread this year. Some of them I've read like twice this year, and others I have like read previously and I just decided to read them again this year. So it varies, but so far, like I said, I've read 127 books. We still have a couple weeks left in the year, so I'm trying to get up to 130, but we will see what happens. That's like my push goal, but left my Goodreads goal the same. My second goal was to read the books that I got in my book subscription boxes within a month of receiving them. So if I received a book box in February, I wanted to read the books that I got in February and March, along with all the other books that I wanted to read that month. So I think for the first half of the year, or maybe even less than that, I was doing pretty good. It was a couple months where I did not read one of the books, but then the next month I will read the 2 books that I got like in Fairy Loot Outcrate, and then the one that I didn't read from the previous month. Something happened where I think maybe I had too many review books, so I didn't have time, or like I just wasn't really in the mood for one of the books or both of the books, and somewhere along the way I fell off of that. So I started along the process of that, but I did not carry through with that for the rest of the year, so did not complete that. And I'm kind of sad about that because I was really happy to be able to discuss it with people from like the from the groups that were made from the book boxes, but you know, stuff happens like that. Also, as a result of that, I have been trying to cut down on book boxes. Every now and then you will see me pick up a specialty box, but I no longer subscribe to Fairy Loot. One, because a lot of the books that I read and I wasn't reading, and then also with the price I just felt like it wasn't worth it. I still have like quite a few to read, which leads into my third goal, which was to read 50% of the backlist books that I got in subscription boxes. This is another one that I started on in the midst of reading the books that came from like the previous months. I was also incorporating some of the other books in there. Did not do this nearly as much as I wanted to. There's still quite a few books that I got in boxes that I have not read, but I am happy to say that there are also some that I picked up that I probably would have put off forever that came in book boxes that I'm really happy that I read. My fourth goal was to unhaul books, and this was just like a general term, so I kind of did this one. I find it hard to unhaul books because I am not currently driving. I have done my online driver's ed, but I currently am saving up money to be able to pay for a driving class because I have no one that is either willing or able to teach me. So I have to pay someone to, you know, teach me to drive. So until I can do that, I have no really way to actually get rid of books. I have gone through and actively pulled books off my shelves that either I'm no longer interested in, I have read and have no care to keep. Goal number 5 was to finish the Harry Potter series. So, yeah, this has been my goal since pretty much I started book 2. I have mentioned it several times now, but I've never read Harry Potter. When I first tried to pick the book up when I was younger, don't even remember how old I was, but I think the book actually belonged to my brother, and I just remember starting it and I could not get into it. It was just so boring to me, so I never read it. And I grew up actually watching all of the Harry Potter movies. I have mentioned this several times on my channel if you haven't seen me talking about this already. Goal number 6 was to reread / finish the Blue Bloods series by Melissa De La Cruz. I love the series, or at least what I've read. I read most of it, but I have not finished it, which is like why I wanted to reread / finish it. I did not do that this year. I have not picked up a single book in this series, and I'm really disappointed in myself because this was like one of my very top goals. So I did not finish this one, or I didn't even start it, honestly. And I think this is one of my goals that I'm going to move to next year because I really want to get this done. I might just take a month, maybe 2, because I feel like after a couple books I start to get tired of reading the same story. But I think I might take some time out to dedicate to the series because I think it's like 5 or 6, maybe 7 books. I don't know, but I really want to get to it. And then my goal number 7 was also to reread another series, and this one was the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. I'm really hoping I can also move this one to 2019 and really get through those books. Also, I mentioned in a recent book haul that I found out that there's a novella that takes place after the series that follows the 2 main characters that, you know, we're focusing on by the end. And I really wanted to read that. Plus, I also wanted to move on to the spin-off series, the Bloodline series, because the main male romantic lead, he was one of my favorite characters in the Vampire Academy series. I didn't like him as the romantic interest of the main character, but I did enjoy his character, and I really wanted to see him in a different setting. And he, like I said, is the main male lead, so I really want to get to that one as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get to that next year. And my last goal that I mentioned in that video was to read / finish the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. So at this point, I had read, like I said, Throne of Glass, but I had owned all the books in the Throne of Glass series, and my intention was to complete like reading the Throne of Glass series in 2017, but then it was announced that Tower of Dawn was being moved from a novella to a full-length novel, and then the final book in the series was being pushed to 2018. So when that was announced, I decided that, you know, instead of trying to fit all of those books in 2017, I would move it over to 2018, read a book a month, be prepared for the book to come out, Kingdom of Ash to come out in 2018 in October. As I have mentioned more than once now, I was slacking on that for the majority of the year. As I am filming this, I am about 100 pages away from finishing Empire of Storms, and then I will be moving into Tower of Dawn. This is the only one that I am currently working on that I'm still really hoping to finish before the end of the year. I have a feeling that Kingdom of Ash might end up being pushed over like just slightly into 2019. I'm really hoping that it isn't. I am going to be doing a separate video for my 2019 reading / bookish goals. As of right now, I only have 6. And actually, I think I have 7. because one, I did not put on here. I haven't announced it yet because it hasn't officially been announced. And one of my goals, I'm not even sure if I want to talk about because I kind of want to just get it together before I announce what I am trying to do. So we will see how that pans out. If you guys have not noticed by now, because I always film in my glasses, I finally went to the eye doctor after putting it off all year. And these aren't my permanent contacts that I have right now, but I will be getting contacts. So most likely videos will be going back to me in my contacts because I can see a lot more when I have my contacts on compared to my glasses. You know, I only have so much. Anyway, I'm tired, if you can't tell, because I'm talking a whole lot and I'm talking about random stuff that's not important. So let me know. I'm sorry guys, I'm losing my mind right now. Anyway, let me wrap up this video. So those are all my goals, or this is my check-in for my goals, and I have already kind of hinted at some of my goals for next year as well. You might be surprised about some of the changes that I have coming, but I'm hoping everything will work out for the best. If you guys set any goals for yourself for 2018 for reading, or any like general bookish goals, let me know what they were. Let me know if you completed them, and maybe how you're going to be altering what you tried to do in 2018 for next year. That's all I have for you guys in this video. Make sure you answer the question that I just asked you, because I took a lot of thought processing to get that to come out. But anyway, but thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Bye.